Hi. Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
What's up?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good.
what you were reading? What are you reading?
What?
Never mind. I'm glad you're well.
Did I say I was well? I am well. Um,
I thought you did.
Good of you to notice. I don't remember saying I was well, though I
I
might have.
feel like I feel like you did though.
I could have. It's early. No, what's the opposite of that one? It's late. I'm off
Mm.
work, so I'm in power down mode.
Excuse me.
How are you?
I am cool. I am. I'm cool. I'm fine.
Just cool.
Yeah. Not just cool. Cool. Capital C.
At the beginning of the sentence, because that's just like that's that's pretty routine. I would say like, it's not very significant.
Capital Capital C.
Just anywhere in the sentence.
I am cool. Capital C.
Okay, so you would say I am capital C cool, not just like
Yes.
cool. Okay.
Right, right. Welcome, viewers. Hello. If you
Are
are
we
audio
being
listening,
perceived right now?
yes. If you are audio listening, stop and look at your phone because we're on video now, and
Is it
it's momentous.
on all platforms?
No, I don't think. I think it's just Spotify. But I also didn't
If
check.
you're
I did like a
listening
little
on
test, but I
Spotify,
didn't post it, so I don't know.
if you're listening on Spotify, get off Spotify and go support something else. I'm not saying any other company is better, but
Sure.
Spotify's at the bottom of the list.
This is true. I guess we'll see if we can do it on YouTube or something, but I doubt it. Um, so I guess this is a special treat for our Spotify listeners.
Uh,
Yeah, y'all don't deserve it. Sorry, JK.
what? Spotify doesn't deserve it. Not the viewers don't. They don't know no better. It's okay.
It's okay. You're right. It's okay. Um, it's our anniversary, our 1 year anniversary today on August 6th.
Do you know? I already did that joke yesterday.
Yeah,
Do
we
you
recorded this
know
yesterday.
what today is? It's our
Um,
anniversary. Um,
but
yeah, and yesterday you were lying about it being our anniversary because it wasn't today. Um,
well, we don't have to talk about that. Um,
Today, however, is our podcastery,
yes, it is
podversary,
podversary. Um,
podcastiversary.
we recorded it. I thought it was video recording yesterday, but it wasn't. So we're re-recording because I thought video recording would be nice. Because podversary, also we have new podcast art thanks to OB. It's
You're
pretty
welcome.
cool. Thank you. So lots of big changes happening for this year. For this episode, we will be rating all the stuff that we've watched since we first started this podcast.
Um, yeah, that's the general idea because that's what we do now. That's all this
That's our thing.
is.
That's
and
our
that's
thing.
all this will ever be.
No, you don't know.
Yeah, I do.
How?
Seen the future.
Oh, okay. Can the future not change based on like choices we make and stuff?
It can, but you're not doing a very good job of making different choices. From what I've seen. It's literally, you've done this already, so sorry.
No!
Yeah, no, this is just literally the same thing so far.
Fucking hell.
I'm
I gotta
willing,
do something like crazy,
willing and
like
open to
fucking
be
everything
surprised.
everywhere.
Yeah, you gotta go sit on a dildo,
I gotta go.
or
I gotta stick this candle thing up my butt.
is your
I'm not
internet
gonna do
connection
that.
bad or is mine? Because you're like choppy here and there.
Um, I don't know. Might be mine.
Maybe it's no one's. Maybe we'll find out at the end that I was just saying shit.
Yeah, you look great.
These are obviously too small for my face, so I don't know why you
No,
would
they
say
fit
that.
perfect. They fit perfect. What do you
It
mean?
looks like my eyes are too close.
It looks like your head is massive. Um, I, I still think you look great. Anyways,
Okay.
we are first thing. Poor things.
We're plugging things. My
Poor,
Instagram.
poor things. The movie. We're
Oh,
gonna
things that
begin
are
our rating.
poor. Yes. Um. Oh, this is empty.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Love that. Um. Poor things. Um. Titled as as advertised. Um. Seen as advertised. Whatever the fuck you say. There were poor things in this movie. We saw some things. They were poor. Um. What did I give this? A 9 out of 10.
That's not
8.
what you gave it.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah, you did. Is it a 9?
No, it's an 8. I'm never wrong.
I also give it an 8. Um, I gave it an 8 first. But yeah,
That's
it's
actually not true. For like the first 3 movies, you copied my rating, for being
no.
honest.
For the first two, I had my rating first. For
We
the third
coincidentally
one,
had the
I
same
copied
rating,
you.
and the third one you copied me.
The
Yeah,
third
yeah,
one, I copied you. If I
right.
fess up to copying you, why would I not fess up for all 3
Because
copies?
what's worse than copying other than copying more?
But if I've already copied, to copy is to copy, so who gives a fuck?
America. You never heard of copyright?
Fuck that. Anyways, um, yeah, beautiful movie, thought-provoking movie, good movie. Emma Stone is good. I am excited for her. This other one that she's making with this dude, Lanthimos. Um, I feel
I don't
like they
know
got a
what, I
good
don't know
thing
what that
going.
is. Emma
Yorgos
Stone
Lanthimos.
was one of my celebrity crushes when I was younger, in like my teen years. I just had a thing for redheads. I don't know
You
what that's
did.
about.
You did have a thing for redheads. Redheads are really cool. They got red hair.
Yeah, and that's
My cousin is a redhead. He's the only redhead in my known family. And it's like it looks like it's dyed. Like it looks like box box dye red hair. Like it's like a really deep, like not burgundy, but like it's not like ginger. He's not a ginger. It's like really deep burgundy red head.
Cat Valentine.
It's giving Cat Valentine. It's giving Cat Valentine.
Interesting.
Yeah. Don't know where he got that from. Anyways. Um. Tip. One moment. I gotta scroll.
You have to scroll.
Bear. The bear.
Which bear?
The chef. The one that's a chef.
No, I'm saying which bear.
The gay one.
No, I'm saying which bear.
Bearzado. Dog bear.
No one's gonna know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know which bear. What are you asking?
I'm talking about the bear that went to to wizard school. Which bear?
Oh. Oh. Nice.
Anyway, yeah, we watched the bear. I've seen all but the last episode, and I gave it another 8 out of 10.
I believe so.
Sounds
I
like
don't remember
something
that
I
one.
do.
As did I.
I'm gonna keep up with these this time.
Okay. I really love the is it like what is it called? The director style? How it's like shot and the edited
Cinematography?
and stuff. The cinematography of it all is really great. That's what drew me in. Um, I like that every character feels real. Um,
They do feel real. They all suck.
yeah.
No one's good in this show.
But they're all like trying.
Yeah, that's why they feel real.
Yeah.
Because real people suck, but they try not to suck.
Yeah. Um, I at least I believe in season 2. I don't really remember much. I've kind of just watched season 3 with you this last go around.
Hmm.
But I really fucking love Carmi and Sydney's relationship. I really do. At least like there was like a sweet spot there where they were
There
like
is
really working on
a
shit
sweet
together.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
It was sweet.
uh, I like when he yells at people.
Yeah.
I
Right.
like when Carmel yells at people.
I don't know why.
Because he's funny.
It is kind of
Oh my lord.
what?
Why? I'm getting a phone call. I'm like, people are
You
texting
can
me about
stop.
work. No. I can't
You sure?
record this the third time. I'm
No, we
gonna
just
explode.
I can like stop it and start it. Okay. We are back.
We had a commercial break for
Like we left to go watch a commercial or are we going to be inserting a commercial?
like there's gonna be a commercial there. A commercial for there's a lot of brands around me. I don't really support any of them.
Right?
Um Hydro Flask maybe?
No.
No, not are they bad? Or
They're
you just
just
don't
like
like
any
them?
other fucking brand. Fuck, who fucking cares about them?
Um
Rubber band ball?
that's not a brand. I made that. Um
Yeah. Why does it have
no.
to be a brand?
It's a commercial.
There's a commercials for many things.
Sponsored by Slippers.
Oh.
It's shoes for your house. If you didn't know, don't wear your shoes inside. That's disgusting. All sorts of germs get all over the place.
Everything.
The
Everything.
outside comes inside. You might as well tear down your walls. Um, get slippers.
Get slippers.
Okay, did
Cool.
we finish talking about the Bearstein Bears, the Bears Addo
Yeah.
Bears?
Yes, basically. Next, dragons. Hot D. Hot D. While he does that, I would rate Hot D
10 out of 10.
10
Wait,
out of
nine.
10.
Did I say? I think it wasn't not 9 out of 10 last time because it's not over. 10 out of 10. It's Hot D.
10 out
Ten
of
out of
10.
10.
It's a good fucking show. There's not anything I would really change outside of just like wanting more episodes. Um
I've already done this rant, so it feels weird to do it again. Um, there's a lot of
just
that. I'm
keep
trying.
it keep it
I'm trying
succinct.
to.
Keep it succinct.
That's not really addressing the issue, but I'll attempt to keep it succinct.
Okay.
Um, if you're watching this show and you're complaining about the pacing or the writing or really anything, fuck you. You don't deserve this show. Um, because it's all great. It's better than it's ever been, honestly. Um,
Wow.
the costume design, the
Yeah. The
set
fucking costume
design,
design, the set
the
design,
cinematography,
the
the camera
dragons.
work, the dragons, the
So
battles,
cool.
the characters, the acting, everything about it is
Mm-mm.
amazing. Um, I don't know if I'm willing to say it's perfect, but I don't know
Sure.
what I'd change about it.
Right.
Um, if you're complaining, it's because, you don't remember watching Game of Thrones or you didn't watch Game of Thrones as it aired. Um, a lot of Game of Thrones is much slower than this show is,
Mm,
with a much smaller budget.
mm,
So even when there were battles happening in Game of Thrones, a lot of them we didn't see. We'd see them
right.
just starting or just ending. We didn't see any really big battles until I think Hardhome in like season 5 or 6 of Game of Thrones. That's when Jon Snow goes north and he fights all the undead. And then it's just battle after battle. We have Battle of the Bastards. We have like all this other stuff that happens. But up until that point, we don't really have big battles. There was like when Stannis tried to invade King's Landing, Battle of Blackwater Bay. Um, again, we don't really see much of that battle. There's a little fighting here and there, but like large scale battles like we see now, that kind of stuff was just unheard of back then.
Right.
Um, so yeah, stop complaining if you're complaining about this show.
At everybody on Twitter. Um. Yeah. It's so good. I, as I texted you earlier, I have not felt this passionate about a relationship within a show in a very long time. Like I don't, since I was like a fucking teenager. Like I rainiscent till I fucking die. I love them. Um, yeah, dope to feel so passionate about a fake couple. I mean, they got like a thing going on. Maybe I don't know.
I was
Um,
trying to tell you, season 1, episode 1,
I know I know you were, and I was naive.
I clocked it. I
Um,
was like, oh, Rhaenyra wants to bang.
Uh, she did want to bang. Um,
She's like, yo, I got room on this dragon for two, for being real. Like,
and Allison was tempted, but she had her responsibilities or whatever. Um,
Allison,
yeah.
they both have their own flavors of white women feminism.
Yes.
Um, Allison was still very much in line of like, I gotta play my role.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go be a rebel like you.
Right.
Good girls gotta do what good girls gotta do, sort of thing. Um, yeah. Uh,
You gotta fix your blinds.
no, they're fine. Look, it's like giving me a mustache.
It is getting a mustache. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. That's not what I expected it to look like.
Um, yeah, well, that's what happens when you expect things.
Right. This is true. Okay. Are you ready to move on?
I had more to say, but I can barely remember.
Hmm.
It's not.
Think about it.
I'm trying. Um, no, I don't really remember. Sorry.
It's okay.
Good,
I'm
good show.
sorry. Good show. Man and His Dog movie.
It is. It's very possible for us to just like you can put at the end of the other episode that we recorded that hey, moving forward, we're going to be doing videos with the podcast episodes. So be on the lookout for that if you're on Spotify.
Nah. We're already here. What are you saying to me right now?
I'm saying that we're like what, like 15 minutes into this. It is really possible to can it.
We're like 30 minutes into this.
The first one was really good.
You're breaking my heart. You literally are. Why didn't you say this earlier?
I
Or why didn't
wanted to try for you.
it just feels lame to like not have it be on the anniversary episode.
We gotta write stuff down then.
What do
And
you mean?
there's only so many hours left in today. If we want to do this, we're gonna have to do it right.
Like we have to pause and recoup and then record.
No, I'm saying like so when I have my re-records, because again, when I first started the podcast, I was running into this issue of like not knowing what to say, and like I think it was for the Harder They Fall episode where I like I started the recording like three different times. Um,
Mm.
Instead of just going completely off the dome, I had notes, not a script, but notes to look off of to have
Mm-hmm.
certain points that I wanted to say that I could have added in there, so I could always stay on track and have the things down that I wanted to get out, and we could go
Mm-hmm.
through that way instead of trying to have the magic of improvisation again when I've already improvised everything. So doing it again, just I don't know if that's how your brain works, but that's not how my brain works.
I'm not trying to like
I'm not trying to make it something, but I'm saying we're just having the same conversation we had yesterday. That is killing my brain.
Okay, but what is the alternative? The content is gonna be. What do you mean write down?
It'll be different if we come into it like, okay, guys, so we recorded this episode yesterday. The recording didn't, we didn't fix the video part of it, but we're just gonna really quick go through. These are the things we watched last year. These are the things we have to say about it. These are the ratings we want to give. Boom, boom, boom. Go down the stuff. It'll have a different feel than our other episodes, but that's because our other episodes are usually just actual normal conversations between us. But this conversation, we've already had it. Why do you look so defeated?
Because I'm defeated.
Why are you defeated?
Because that sounds fucking lame. To just do like a list, boom, 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 off notes. That sounds meh.
Write down things that are important. We can do it like we're doing it now, but just write down things about each thing that was important to you instead of trying to think of it and like, you know,
I don't really.
you don't really want.
I don't know that I have
Speak your truth. Speak your mind.
specific things that like I need that I'm like I don't feel like I'm not saying anything that I need to say. Like I don't feel like I'm missing out. I don't notes for me doesn't feel necessary.
Mm.
Um yeah, I don't like also would it still not kill your brain since we're still going over
No,
stuff that we've talked about? How not?
I just explained how.
I'm confused. Like it'll feel different, but would your notes not consist of the stuff that you said yesterday?
But it's less of us having a conversation like we usually do
Mm-hmm.
with content, containing the same things I've already said previously, and it's more just like presenting information.
Okay. All right. Well, hey,
Oh, are we back?
we're back. Hey,
Okay.
took
Hi.
another little break there.
Yeah, that one was what was the commercial that time? Do we know?
Huh?
Do we know? Like, I don't know if Anchor is changing, but I know like it used to be you could put commercials in for the future. Like in the future, you could put a commercial in a previous episode. So like we might not even know what commercial just happened. That could be for like
No clue. Beats headphones.
shaving. Like that could be for
Yeah.
keeps. Yeah, that's one, right? Keeps.
Huh? No, you're making
Keeps.
stuff up.
That's the one where it stops male pattern baldness or whatever.
Never heard of it.
Dollar Shave Club. Now you heard of that one.
I've heard of Dollar Shave Club.
Ground News. I could see a sponsor with them.
Yeah, I could see that.
Um, what are the big names? Well, a VPN service like
Sure.
what are those one guys? What's the big one? Is it Nord?
Surfshark?
No, no, what's the other one?
Nord?
No, not
No, it's a
Surfshark.
good one.
Surfshark is shit. They might have
It is
changed,
shit.
but I use Surfshark. It slowed my
Same.
internet down
It was shit.
so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it was shit.
I didn't even cancel the subscription within the 30 days. I just spent a year and didn't use it. Um,
Um,
ExpressVPN is the one I was thinking of. I think that's the good one.
mm,
Um, or it could even be like I don't know. I think that's pretty much everything. Those are the main ones.
well, we'll see, I guess.
We won't. The viewers will.
You don't think we'll see at some point?
Not us. Not these versions of us. No, we'll never know.
Okay, right, right. I guess we'll never know. Um,
I've landed at a 9 out of 10 for Hot D. I still don't remember what I was gonna say for it. Um,
okay, why'd you change your rating to 9 out of 10?
just 'cause it's not done, and I want to stick to that. The thing not being done, not giving it the 10 yet, because
Okay.
it could go in the shitter. But so far, I'm
I don't think
enjoying
that's
it.
gonna happen.
And with the added information that apparently they had 2 more episodes, but they had to get scrapped and pushed into season 3, is
Mm-hmm.
lame. Um, and George R. R. Martin, although he's signed off on a lot of the show already, he's been a close contributor to what's been going on. He will not be
Yeah.
in the writing room for season 3, which makes me nervous, but not
Has he
nervous
been in the
to
writing room for the past 2 seasons?
believe so.
Why wouldn't he be in the writing room for season 3?
He didn't say why. He blog posts on his blog called Not a Blog, I think. Um,
Mm.
he didn't specify why. He was talking about some changes that have been happening to the show and stuff. I think he likes the direction the show is headed, but there are some things that he doesn't have control over. Um,
Mm.
and maybe some things he's in disagreement with. I don't know. The one thing that he like explicitly stated being in disagreement with was the heraldry of the dragons, how they have 4 legs on the show, and he's like, that's literally
Oh,
like
yeah, I saw that.
you have dragons right there. How could I can understand that being confused in like medieval times, but you guys you can literally look at the dragons and see 2 legs.
Yeah.
Um, but that that's not damning. That's not damning. Um, I don't know other things that this director, screenwriter, whatever guy has worked on. Um, but so far, I've enjoyed the work for Hot D, so I'm keeping my faith up. I feel like if
Okay.
I was as in tune with like that sort of stuff as like when I was watching Game of Thrones, I might have been worried had I been like plugged into like what was going on with him being increasingly not heard in the writers' room for Dungeons and Dragon for Game of Thrones in
For
D
Dungeons
and
and Dragons,
D
right?
and D&D being
Oh,
them.
we watched the. I don't know if we rated it. Did we rate the D&D movie?
I don't know, did we?
I don't know.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
um, I pointed out to MJ that the final battle is in what's it called? Initiative
Heron Hall.
order.
Oh. You said what? It's in what order?
It's initiative order.
What
They
does
all
that
take
mean?
their turns.
Oh, yeah. So fucking cool.
Yeah, that movie fucks. It's a good movie.
It fucks.
Yeah. Um, funny. Yeah, 10 out of 10 easily. Anyway, um, yeah, we might have been able to see, we might have seen the writing on the wall if we knew all that about
Yeah.
D&D, and if we knew, we would have been like, oh, okay. Because when we were watching Game of Thrones together, for me at least, on rewatching, it was apparent um, from the jump the things that they added in and like the weirdness of it,
Mm-hmm.
um, like the weird sex jokes and like the like unnecessary shit. Where I'm like, okay, yeah, this was kind of here the whole time.
Mm.
Um, anyway, 9 out of 10 for Hot D. Excited for
Okay.
more. Can't believe I have to wait 2 years.
Yes. I mean, there's that one. I think it's cool that like this next show happens after what we're watching now or what we were just watching. Um, I think jumping around in time is fun.
Wait, what show happened?
This new one about the boy and the egg,
Oh, Dunkin'
whatever.
Egg. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dunkin'
it's
Egg
like
was announced
200
for.
years after what's happening now.
Yeah, Dunkin' Egg happens like very like I think right before the Mad King. Like It's like
Mm,
his generation up, I believe. So it's like right
mm,
before Daenerys. Um,
cool.
yeah,
Cool.
it's a nice little. It's like a visual. It's like a graphic novel.
Oh, hmm,
Yeah,
okay.
it's nice. You should check it out. I know you said you're gonna engross yourself in the Song of Ice and Fire books.
I've been thinking, do I want to? Because I've been listening to Parable of the Sower audiobook,
You said I'm in
and I've
that book.
been, yeah, you are in that book. I am wondering if I want to just listen to the audiobook of the books.
I would if
I
they
haven't
like did
decided
like
yet.
crazy voices for the people. That'd be fun. Like I want to hear like a crazy ass British one. It's like, "Oh, what you doing over here, mate?
I
You fuck
don't think
off my meat pie." You know, and all that sort of thing.
right.
I think that'd be nice.
Um, yeah, I like the idea of an audiobook because you can just like play it as you're doing other stuff. However,
We might be
having like
sponsored by Audible. Okay, continue.
true. However, physically reading like especially like a really dense book or like a really dense fantasy, there's just like a certain feel to it. Um, so we'll
I
see.
don't have any dense fantasies over here. I should get one. I don't have any.
I used to read them in like
That's my
whatchamacallit.
densest fantasy.
Is that a fantasy? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have plenty of dense books. They're just not fantasy. Like
Yeah,
this one.
that's pretty dense looking.
It's a dense one. Okay, no. Well, the words are kind of big. For being honest, it's not super dense. I remember being a kid in sixth grade going to the library because I watched Lord of the Rings as a kid.
Hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'm ready to read the books. So I went, I sought it out. I saw Fellowship of the Ring. It was like this thick. It wasn't a huge book. It was a small book. It was a small print, but it was like this thick. And I was
Hmm.
like, yeah, I'm not reading all that. and I and I put it back. Yeah, no, I don't have anything to prove to anyone. I'm not gonna
Mm,
read that. I'm okay.
fair. Yeah, I'm curious
Uh,
about the intricacies of this world, all that
yeah,
is lost within the show.
a lot. There's
Mm,
so many characters that are cut.
right, yeah. So I poured.
Maybe I'll go through too. I have the first book. I have the Game of Thrones the PDF on my phone.
Um,
Um,
mhm, mhm.
so maybe I'll check that out at some point. I don't know.
All right,
Uh, let's continue on.
what's next? You have the list now.
I do now have the list. Man and Dog is next. I because we watched it last year. I don't know if we rated it, but we did talk about it, so we're not going to talk about it here.
Right. Um,
I gave it a 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. Yeah.
Now we get into Nathan's things. You watched Nathan's things
Yes.
this year.
Yeah.
Nathan, for you, I gave an 8 out of 10.
Mm. Nathan, for you, I would give. I don't know what I gave it yesterday, but I go just based off how it feels in the moment. Um, 9 out of 10. It's great.
That's fair. I give it a high 8, so sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rehearsal, I give a low 8.
I agree with that.
High 8, low 8 for Nate. Thin
Yeah.
you for you. Um, The Curse, I'm not finished. I'm somewhere in the middle of the season. I gave a 7 so far.
I would give it a high 7. If we're doing high and lows, I would give it a high 7. Um, moving into 8 territory, but because it is such a uncomfortable show and not in like a funny way, um,
Yeah.
yeah, it can stay at a 7. Wait, wait, wait,
Rich.
wait. Wait, no, 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 not yet, not yet, not yet. Um, I don't know. Do I have thoughts about the other two shows?
Rah,
We
rah,
can't
rah,
really
rah,
talk
rah.
about the third one, but um,
This is the year of the homunculus.
no. Sorry.
Homunculuses are really popping up in our media. I don't know what that's about, but it's the year of the homunculus.
Yeah, they are popping up. I don't have anything to say. I think Nathan is fucking. I fuck with his weird stuff that he be doing. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he's funny and strange and always down for funny and strange. All right. You said Rick and Morty next.
I did. Rick and Morty's next. I give Rick and Morty a 9 out of 10.
I said 10 out of 10 yesterday.
You did.
I would probably say 9 out of 10 today.
You're feeling differently today. One
I'm
day's
feeling
changed it.
differently today.
Or are you just copying me
Day
again?
by day, moment by moment. No. Um,
Prove it.
I huh?
Prove it. Let's hear it.
I still do love like the the lore episodes, the episodes that the plot episodes are always really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
But what you said yesterday rang true. And I was thinking back to when we were watching it, and yeah, like how many episodes it was kind of like, yeah,
Good
that's Rick and
episode.
Morty. Yeah,
Yeah. That's Rick and Morty. All
yep,
right, next one.
yeah. Anyways, um, let's keep it pushing. Um, but yeah, it's still it's still fucking great. You know, it's a
Mm-hmm.
very solid 9 out of 10. Yeah. I haven't watched. I think too. I was coming off of having just watched the first episode again, so I
Yes.
was like, I didn't watch any more since yesterday, so that
Watch it.
feeling isn't there. I'm gonna. I was at work, and
Work
then I came
schmirk.
home.
Show them kids Rick and Morty.
No, I can't do that.
It's
Oh,
animation, and they're young enough to not understand what's going on, so it's fine.
no, I don't. Think it is fine. I don't think that's true. Also, they'll fire me. So,
So,
well, I need the
seems
job.
like a personal problem for them.
Well, it'd be a personal problem for me as well because I wouldn't have a job.
Time for pop, pop. Oppenheimer.
Uh, um, what did I give this? I said what, like a 6 out of 10? I would give it a 7 out of 10.
I'm
7 out
giving
of
it
10.
an 8. 8, I think, again, we already talked about this movie, but I think 8 is a nice compromise between a really, really good movie, really well-made movie, um, about something I don't care about and don't find
Mhm.
interesting.
Mhm.
Which, like a 10 for a movie, a 5 for material, 7 being the compromise, but then a +1 because the sound's really good.
The sound is really good.
We said yesterday
Um,
that it's a party movie. You could put it on at a
it's a
party.
party movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't watch it at the party. Just have it on in the background.
Right.
Um,
Feel it. Feel the movie
yeah.
in
And
the
then when you
background.
hear the booming noises and see the little atoms fusing together, like, whoa,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then go back to party things,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever those may be.
Solid party movie. Um. Yeah. I like your more even, your tempered approach here. I'm like I don't give a fuck about it, so fuck it. 7. Even though it is like an incredibly well made movie, that is undeniable.
I remember what I was going to say about Hot Tea earlier.
Woo! What was it?
Fuck Vagar. We haven't had our Vagar conversation.
No,
Fuck that big ass bitch. Fuck
no,
Vagar. Fuck the
no,
sky she rode in on.
bro.
And fuck the ex she was born out of. Old nasty bitch. Yes.
Listen, I know she's not great, but she's just a feat. She's so, she's like unbelievable. She's like, and she's fucking, so far has been undefeated. I'm excited for the day that she is defeated. I will be
With
sad
cheap
and
shots. She's
elated.
been undefeated with cheap shots.
It's not cheap shots just because she's a big bitch. Like, she can't help that
No,
she's
it's
fucking
cheap shots
massive.
both times with both Lucerys and with Rhaenys. They're
Mm.
flying, and she does the undercut. You can't see me, John Cena, chomp from underneath.
That shit is so evil. She
Right,
is so
like
evil.
for you to be that big, you really can't beat me 1-on-1. Like
She is so evil.
she's evil. She's evil. And we talked about the bonding between Dragon Rider and Dragon and how it is a mutual thing. We talked a
Yeah,
little bit about Hugh and Ulf. And I talked about Aemond and how
yeah,
Vhagar was cool with Aemond because he's a fucking psychopath. And she was like, I'm down with that energy. Let's go murder some people when you get older. Like, I'm down.
yeah.
So, that's what I wanted to say about Hati.
I love her because she's big and old. That's
She
really
looks like a
it.
Komodo dragon.
I love it.
She's got like she's an old Komodo dragon. She's got like
Yeah.
shit hanging off of her.
Everything's hanging.
She needs to go to her rest bed.
She will. That fight is gonna be so fucking cool. Um, so fucking cool. I'm excited for that.
I haven't read Fire and Blood, but I think Damon's gonna do it.
Is it not gonna be like all of the? Is it gonna be all of them together, or is it gonna be a one on?
No. I think even more after that last episode with Helena talking about you're gonna go to the God's Eye and get swallowed up. That's where Harrenhal is.
I see.
So yeah, I
I
feel
see.
like Damon's about to tear that ass up.
But I could see him killing Aemon, but I mean they would be together.
Yeah, I think Caraxes is the one that's gonna take Vhagar down.
Really?
I think Hugh and Vermithor are gonna turn coat. I think Ulf is acting like a shithead right now, but I think he'll shape up.
Sure. I could see them doing that.
I think Hugh was the sleeper who's gonna be like, actually, fuck y'all.
That would suck. Okay, I don't understand the point. Okay, if it's Daemon who ends up killing Aemon, I don't understand the point. And Caraxes kills Vhagar. What was the point then of like getting this team of dragons? I thought the whole thing was
Well,
like
she
we
doesn't
gotta.
know that's gonna happen.
I know, but like, how would that even be possible? I thought you needed multiple dragons to kill her because she's such a big bitch. Like,
What?
I,
Rhaenys almost did it on her own against two of them. She took out Sunfire's ass like it was nobody's business,
sure.
and Vhagar
Well,
had to
yeah.
sneak shot her because she was tearing that ass up.
Okay.
Because Vhagar is
Okay.
big but slow.
Yeah, she is slow.
And so, what was her dragon's name? Meleys.
Mm-hmm.
Meleys is big, but she's
Oh,
faster. Like she was up ripping that ass up.
yeah.
Like she was really about to take it there. Caraxes is the other, and I think Dreamfire is probably the oldest next to Vhagar and Vermithor. But Dreamfire's off doing Dreamfire shit.
Right.
I think Caraxes is the next like biggest, most agile type dragon.
Have we seen Dreamfire before? Like in
We
this
haven't
season?
seen Dreamfire yet. I'm pretty sure
I
that
want to
dragon that was
see
flying in at
her.
the last moment, I think, was the younger brother's dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Daron, I think maybe his name is.
I want to see Dreamfire.
Yeah, I think that'd be
Hopefully.
cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, guys. Hot D just happened, so we're,
Yeah.
recency bias. We gotta talk about it. Our next one, is Tenant. I had to give a 10 for Tenant.
Nice.
And you?
I can't rate this movie yet because I need to rewatch this movie. We watched this movie together. I wasn't getting it, and then I fell asleep, like halfway through. And
You
it's not
hate
really a
going off of
movie.
vibes. You have to know things.
I I have to know things. Um, I don't hate going off of vibes. I can do it. It's just it has to be like a very it has to, the effort has to be there. It's not just my my
Effort on
natural
your part.
state. Yes, yes. It's not just like my natural state.
Because they tell you in the movie, they're like, yeah, you just gotta feel it. They're like, how's this backwards shit
Well,
work? And they're like, yeah, you just do it.
I guess
And then he just does it, and he's like, oh, okay.
we'll see how I feel about it. Hopefully, I enjoy it.
I was saying that I wanted to watch it in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's actually possible. I don't know if they can like play movies in reverse without like a VCR to actually manually rewind it. But then you can't hear it when you're manually rewinding it, and it kind of goes fast. Um,
Maybe someone has put it in reverse though. Maybe someone has
maybe,
already thought of that. Yeah.
maybe. C'est possible.
Do you have thoughts? Why is it a 10 out of 10? 10 out of 10.
Because it's Tenet, man. I remember you saying yesterday that another aspect of it for you was the main actor, John David Washington.
Yeah. I don't know if he's a good actor.
And so
Um,
I've compiled a list for you here of the all of the that I could think of the
hmm
new age black leading men.
Yeah.
The list gets a little iffy at the end. Some people I wasn't sure about adding in there, but we have John David Washington. Feel free to look these guys up if you don't know them by name, um, or want to look at them to kind of view them in the role as main tenant guy.
hmm
Um, the protagonist, as he's called. I remember it's really funny that I like this movie so much because I didn't watch it for the longest.
hmm
And I remember hearing about it like this movie is fucking stupid. Like they just call him the protagonist. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. Like this is a movie that's supposed to bring cinema back after COVID-19. Like this shit sounds stupid.
hmm
And so I watched it. I was like, oh no, I should have watched this in theaters. This shit would have banged. Are you kidding me?
mm.
Um, Everyone else is wrong about this movie. You're all stupid. I'm smart. Um,
You heard it here.
so John David
Except
Washington,
me, I'm not stupid.
he is the protagonist. You're not stupid. You're just sleepy,
Yeah.
sleepy and stubborn. If you can figure this out, you'll be good. Um,
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors, your boy Jonathan Majors. He's your favorite of the new bunch. Before
Yeah.
he
Before
before that
things.
tragic accident with the white woman.
Ugh. Yeah.
Um, Michael
Fucking
B.
hell.
Jordan.
Okay. Pause. I want to talk about that for a second. Like, I get
Oh,
that he's canceled, so like anyone that associates with him is canceled. But the way what's his wife's name or whatever? This girl has been around for fucking ever, and she's fucking stunning. And now that she's with him, everyone is like, what's her fucking name? Jonathan Major's wife,
he married someone already. That's quick.
Megan Good.
Is she good? Or is that a fake name?
Like, where's a picture of her? I just want a picture of her. This girl.
Oh, I know her. Talking
She's
about
been
Tyler Perry.
around.
What is she in?
I don't know. She's had like medium roles in many movies.
Feels like she's
I
been
feel
in
like
Tyler Perry movies.
she might have been. But like the way that everyone is like treating her like she's the ugliest bitch alive. Um,
Well, she's hot.
she's fucking hot. Like you can cancel her, but to like pretend that she's this like ugly decrepit beast, it's just like so strange to me. Um,
And you can't really cancel her for being real.
huh?
I said, and you can't really cancel her for being real.
What do you mean?
Canceling's not real.
Oh, sure. Um, but yeah, I just, anyways,
Yeah.
leave women alone.
So there's him. There's Michael B. Jordan.
Right.
Um, Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's Candyman guy. Found his name.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's my favorite of the new bunch. Even though I've
Same.
only seen him in that. I
He
just
was so good in that though. What else is he
he
in?
was. I don't know.
Yeah. Movies. Candyman, Ambulance. Didn't see that.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about it.
Aquaman. Didn't see that.
Yeah,
He
I
was
know
in
he's
the
a
trial
villain in
of
that.
the Chicago Seven.
Hmm.
Didn't see that. Us. I saw Us, but I feel like I only vaguely remember him in Us.
Yeah, he plays a minor role.
Yeah, he hasn't been in anything that we've
Candyman.
seen. Candyman.
Candyman.
Yeah.
Um, Lakeith. Lakeith Stanfield.
Mhm.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Mhm.
Kaluuya. And then I found this name. I had this spark. I was like, oh my god, he would have been perfect for this role.
Hmm.
Chadwick Boseman.
He would have been
He he's
perfect.
the one who would have.
He's that's who was fucking yeah.
It should have been. It should have been
It
Chadwick.
should have been him. That's what was fucking missing. Wow. Yeah,
I can see Chadwick in this role easily.
easily. Yep.
John David Washington, I feel still hasn't come into like his own as an actor.
Mhm.
Um, Not that he's not good, but I think he's not the best he could be. Um, there's R.J. Seiler, who I just like this guy. I wouldn't
RJ
put him on the
Seiler.
list with the rest of these guys. I've only seen him in like The Harder They Fall, I think.
He's
Um,
cool. He's good in that movie.
I like him. He's charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like a cute little guy.
Yeah, he is a cute little guy. Um.
I want to see him in more
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully so.
Justice Smith, he's kind of in a different echelon than these guys. These are like the leading. These are like the leading black men that you're seeing stuff. Justice Smith is definitely not on that list, but he
Oh,
is
but
one of
I
the new age
love.
black guys. But he's great,
I
right? We like him.
love him. I got a thing for Justice Smith. I didn't know who his name. His
I
name. I
didn't
keep forgetting
know.
his name. But yeah, ever since fucking was
Was
it
it
the
D and
D and
D?
D movie? I think it might have been the D&D movie.
I first saw him in Detective Pikachu, I think.
I didn't see that. Yeah. Or no, he's in the first movie I ever saw him was. I wasn't that into him at that point. It was definitely D&D that changed things for me. But he's in Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, or no. What's the other fucking movie? Let me see. All the Bright Places, which
Mm,
was a book that I read in high school,
mm,
made me bawl my eyes out. It's an incredibly sad book. And then the movie
mm.
came out. I watched the movie. Also incredibly sad. He's fucking great in that movie. That was probably one of his first movies. That was 2020, or I guess Pikachu
Okay.
came out first.
Yeah.
But still very early on in his career.
Right.
And then yeah, D&D was. I was like, oh, he's on some shit. I
Um.
want to see his other movie that he's in. I saw the TV Glow just because he's in it, not because I
Oh, sure, sure.
really care about the premise.
hmm
Yeah.
There's one more name on this list
Okay.
who technically I think, in a weird sort of way, fits into the new age like black actor.
Hmm.
He'll be one of the names at some point. I think. Donald Glover.
Like in a
It's
weird,
in a weird way.
in a weird way.
So it's weird because he's the only one who has like he's had fame before like this last decade
A very
because he's been
He has
around
like a very
for a while.
established career. Yes,
Right. But and when
incredibly
we're talking
established.
about in the movie and TV scene, especially like the like more dramatic, more serious area, because he was in Community and stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, in that sense, I'd include him on the list.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Okay. 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 Um.
but in looking up his name, I learned I think it just got announced yesterday. Lando show's canceled.
Right. You didn't see why?
No, I'm pissed.
I'm pissed.
They probably saw how
Why?
bad Acolyte was doing. I was like, all right, no more nigger shit. Get out of here.
You
Get out of
think?
here, you monkeys.
No. No.
No more of this DEI bullshit. We've had enough. We're losing too much money.
No.
We're gonna have this black Negro and his brother make their own
It's too
show.
much. It's too
No, we
much.
can't. We can't.
Too far.
Give us that Andor shit again. Give us more of that.
I mean, give us Andor. But
Yeah, but
damn.
you didn't see Mandalorian season 3. Only
No, I
Andor can do
no.
Andor. Everything else is going to do it terribly.
I don't think I'll ever watch The Mandalorian. I say that, but
You
I
have
might.
to be
But
a
like,
true TV watcher. Westworld and Mandalorian, these are shows you gotta watch, not because they're good, but because you have to get into the lore and the context, and so we can actually have conversations around these things. You're not a real TV watcher. It's okay. It's fine.
fuck both them shows. Fuck them. Okay.
That's still empty. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be empty.
I yeah, Chadwick would have been the one.
It would have been Chadwick.
Yeah. Um. All right. Are we ready to move on?
We are. Batman's 1, 2s, and 3s.
Bad movies.
Bad
The
movies.
second one's fine, but it's not
Um,
good.
Batman number 1, the only one I saw as a kid. Boring and uneventful.
Mm-hmm.
I think Batman's cool in the movie. Um, Batman 2, also boring and uneventful. I think it's worse than the first one. Batman is also worse, but it's got a really good
Really?
villain,
Yeah. Yeah.
which saves it. Batman 3, boringer, uneventfuler, worst of the trio.
Wiped from his memory.
Yeah, I remember nothing about
It's gone.
it.
Um.
4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 3 out of 10.
Okay. I would give the first one 4 out of 10. Second one 6 out of 10.
Oh,
Last one 3 out of 10.
well, I'm a lot harsher on these than you are.
I think I still, even though when we rewatch them, they're still admittedly bad. I think nostalgia is present within my ratings. Because even if they are bad, I still have a feeling associated with them, and that feeling is the feeling I had like watching them with my cousins when we were younger.
Mm.
Um, But yeah, they're not good movies.
Sure.
Yeah. Right.
I'm doing the Inception noise. Inception!
I thought that was Dune.
No,
Um.
Inception. For the
Okay.
trailer. That trailer gets more hype than the actual fucking movie does. Did anyone watch this movie? This movie's trash.
Everyone watched this movie. Literally everyone. You were the last one.
And I gave it a 3 out of 10. We have, we've decided together that I think this movie's so bad because I watched it in a post-Inception world.
Yeah.
Um, it walked so the other things that I like could run, so I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt and only give it a 3 out of 10. I didn't like anything about this movie. It was boring. It was really hard to get through. I wanted to quit several times. Um, I thought so much more was going on than was actually going on. Um, I thought there were like layers and layers in this. They're in his brain, and they're in his brain, and they're in his brain, and they're in his. They're only in like two guys' brains.
Yeah.
The wife stuff
It's
was weird. The main character was dumb.
I
Everything was
didn't
just
get that shit at all.
yeah.
Maybe I got it when I was younger. I did not get it. I yeah, there was one point during the movie when you were like, "Oh, are they doing this X, Y, and Z? Oh, that's gonna be so cool. That'd be so cool." And it just
And it just
no,
didn't happen.
no,
No, they're not
they were
doing
not
that.
doing that.
They're just
No,
escaping from this one guy's brain.
yeah,
Because I thought that guy was like on the team, and they were secretly trying to incept this other guy who didn't even know that he. I was like, oh shit! But no,
nope.
that wasn't the case. Um, I've been trying to explore different directors. I'm trying to get into my directorial bag. I'm realizing I like a lot of Christopher Nolan's later stuff, but I don't like his earlier stuff. I think it's all bad so far.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
what's that one?
Dunkirk Transcendence, I think it might be called.
Is he the same guy that made Memento, or is that someone else?
I think he did Memento, or maybe that
We
might be
gotta
someone
watch
else. I don't
Memento
know.
because that's an old one, but that's like a super popular one. I mean, they're all
That would
super
be
popular.
that
Inception's
might be
also
someone
super
else.
fucking popular. Um,
Let me look at
but
my list.
um, that
I have
one.
Dunkirk Transcendent. It's just Inception, Dunkirk Transcendence, and Tenet. So maybe he did Memento, but I just don't have it on the list. I don't know.
That one I think is like the last old one that's like a big one, oldie but a biggie.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I also think it's it wasn't made around the same time that like Inception and Batman were. Like those have like a very specific like
Mid 2000s.
early right feeling. I don't think Memento Memento's separate from that phase. Anyways, I would give Inception a 4 out of 10.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The Good Bad. That's not, that's fair.
Mm,
That's pretty fair.
yeah.
The Good Bad, where it's like, it's bad, but there are good things to it. I might switch to a 4 for being honest.
Mm.
I think 3 might be a little harsh. Harsh.
Whoosh.
Harsh might be a little harsh.
Um. Yeah, like I said, it had its moment. It was the beginning of something.
It has some bold ideas behind it. I will give it that.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
My
All right.
brain's just too galaxy for them.
Yes. Yeah.
The Inception I would have made, the budget would have been like 2 times higher. The movie would have been like 3 times longer.
Fucking hell. Was it
Leonardo
a long
DiCaprio would
movie,
not
or
be
did it just
included.
feel long?
I think it just felt long.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can look it up, but I think it just felt long.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Civil War,
Civil War.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, we discussed how I realized I've watched it like
So
four or
many
five
times.
times. Yeah, because I just kept showing it to people.
I thought you gave it a 10 out of 10 yesterday. Did you not? Or am I
No,
mistaken?
doesn't sound like something I would do. It's fake news.
Oh, I made that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think you made that up.
Um.
Speaking of fake news, with the movie about journalism and the president spouting fake news all day till he gets shot in the head.
Yeah, it's so cool when
Uh,
he gets shot in the head.
yeah, it was a
Um,
nice, fun shot. I still believe,
it
again,
was.
I'd like to reiterate, I believe that girl should have been Ellie for The Last of Us. I will die on that hill.
I'm still kind of like, whatever. I'm
No.
still not sold on that one.
Okay, because the Ellie we have now plays a really good young Ellie. It took
Sure.
me a while, but near the end of the show, I was like, okay, fine, this can be Ellie. I
It took
don't
you
see
a
how she's
while,
gonna
really?
play. Yeah, it was interesting. She grew on me at the same rate she grew on Joel.
Mm.
Not Ellie as a character, but her portraying Ellie,
Yeah.
which I thought was interesting and maybe calculated. Um, but who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Um,
Not me.
yeah, I wasn't on board at first. I was like, really? This is Ellie? Look at her big fucking forehead. There were some bangs at least. Like, come on. And then I was like, all right, fine. Yeah, this could be Ellie. But I'm having difficulty as we're gonna get into the later seasons where Ellie's like,
Older.
older.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing her as Ellie. Again, we haven't seen anything yet. They might work some TV magic. But I saw this girl. I was like, this is Ellie. She could easily portray both younger Ellie and older Ellie. It could work so easily. And
Mm.
she even says Joel several times in the movie.
She does.
She says it.
Yeah.
Even like in a melancholic kind of way. That scene where she's sitting
Yeah,
with
that one
Lee.
specific. Yeah.
I was like, this is from The Last of Us.
It literally was from The Last of Us. Yeah.
And I'm not a milkman, but she got a nice. She got a little thumper. She got a little.
She does. Those jeans.
Very good jeans.
Some good
It was
fucking
kind of it was
jeans.
kind of distracting. I was looking at
Was
her
it?
butt a lot during the movie.
I think I was too, but I don't think I was distracted. I think I was just the butt was there, so I was looking at it.
That's if
I
you're looking
was
at the butt, you're distracted. You're not looking at any. You're not looking at the other things.
mm,
So you are, in effect, distracted by the butt.
no, no, that
So
doesn't sound like
she
me.
had a little dumpy. I was like, oh shit, what's this
Once you
about?
pointed it out, I just like yeah, I was like, oh, there it is again. Um, yeah. All right. I would give it a. I would give it a 9 out of 10 as well. Um,
For Batman, I should have did
hmm,
maybe
oh,
villain. I don't know. I don't know.
that's
I
so
didn't.
weak.
That's weak. You're right. It's weak. I didn't have enough time to think of one. Um, I don't know.
Inception.
Easy.
Hmm.
Um, Civil War. Um, okay.
Okay. Um, yeah, it's a good movie. I would say 9 out of 10 because it's not like I tend to reserve 10 out of 10s for ones that I am like significantly moved emotionally by, um, or I like resonate on a very personal level with.
Hmm.
Um, but it's a great. It's very well done. It's um, did we talk about this on a podcast? Did you talk about this on your podcast?
Talk about what?
This movie.
No.
Oh, okay. Um, I don't know. it. I don't want to say it got me like hype, but like the prospect of the president getting shot in the head is makes me hype. It's making me hype.
Let's go.
Um,
I
yeah.
um I feel you. I feel you on that.
Did you have other thoughts about this movie besides Ellie thoughts?
All my thoughts are about Ellie. No,
Okay.
this movie was very surprising to me. It surprised me in realizing that I like Alex Garland as a director.
Mm.
Because it was my second or maybe even third movie where I was like, oh damn, like yeah, I really like this guy's work.
What's the other work by him? Do you remember?
I want to say Annihilation and
Oh yeah,
what's the third one?
yeah. Ex Machina.
Yes, Ex Machina. It's probably
Yeah,
the weakest of the three for me. Um,
sure.
but this movie was very surprising to me in that aspect. It feels like it feels like what Rogue One should have been because I
Mm.
like to watch Rogue One dead smack in the middle. If I call it the what do I call it? This Rogue One watch. I call it the 1:16:26 method because you start the movie at 1:16:26. It's
Mm-hmm.
right after the scene with Darth Vader and Krennic because even though it's great, um, it's better to not know Darth Vader's in the movie till the end. So if you're watching it with someone for the first time, you start at 1:16:26, and it starts with them on the base deciding if they're going to actually fight. Now that they have the Death Star, they know about the Death Star. They got to get the plans. Are they going to fight to try and get the plans and try to stop them or not? Um, and the movie kicks off from there. Um, Such an amazing way to watch the movie. You don't know any of the characters. You don't know what the fuck is happening. You're just thrust into the thing. You just gotta go. And I like that Civil War is doing that purposefully. Um, because I don't think the subject matter is super important. Like why the secession is happening? Because we get
Right.
fucking secessionist scares every day of the week. Like that's
Yeah.
um, Civil War seems inevitable sometimes. So I don't really
Mm-hmm.
think the nuance of like why it's happening, what each side is fighting for, that doesn't feel important.
Right. No.
U.S. is getting its butt kicked, and that's fun. And I like the aspect that it's from like this journalism perspective, this journalism angle. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all the shots in the movie really cool. I think that's all I have though.
Yeah. Go watch it, y'all.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'll show it to someone else. I don't mind watching it another time.
Watch party with Obi. Um. All right. Next one.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
They're having this thing on Twitter where they're like best 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 line delivery. I haven't seen a single person say "you shall not pass," and I don't know if they're just like being intentionally stupid or just like no one's seen Lord of the Rings or only talking about recent movies or something, but easily the greatest line delivery of our time.
Who says that? I don't. Is it Gandalf?
It's Gandalf, and you know
Okay,
it's
that's what I.
Gandalf. Stop trying to hurt my feelings.
Is it when they're in those big caves or whatever? And there's
Yes,
okay. I don't know.
you know this because it's such a monumental scene and line.
So true, bestie. Um,
Shit on my dreams. It's fine. I don't,
no.
wasn't using them
Uh,
anyway.
tiny pause.
You shall not pass. Honestly, um, that whole scene, he was just like, he was killing it on them lines. I'm Lord of the Sacred Flame, Flame of Odin. Go back to the shadow. Like all he was eating them lines up. I feel like before you can dispute me, you gotta go watch that scene.
I'm not disputing you.
You are disputing.
I'm I'm not disputing. I believe you. I have no
Belief
part,
isn't
no.
agreement.
I agree with you. I don't have any stakes in this race in this game. I don't
You should.
remember line delivery. I don't have anything else that comes to mind. So like,
The other
sure.
one I saw was the one from the bear, where he
Which
was
one?
like, um, cousin was like, "What kind of asshole puts ketchup on a hot dog?" And he was like, "Children." Like, I forget what he said exactly.
I remember that. That's good.
A
Um,
child, Richie.
A child? What kind of asshole is gonna put ketchup on a hot dog? A child, Richie. Child asshole. You're a child asshole.
child asshole. Richie's great.
A child, Richie. We're at it. Yeah, good line, but nowhere near fucking Gandalf.
No. I
But
would agree
people
with you on that
are saying
comparison.
lines like that. Like you're saying that's the best line delivery in history. Like why are
People
you?
experience something once and think it's the best thing in their entire fucking lives and like forget every other thing they've ever experienced. Like that's the nature of like posts
Recency
on Twitter.
bias.
Yeah. Um
Yeah, every movie, every Lord of the Ring movie is 10 out of 10. You can get down to the weeds if you want to, and like, oh, this one's like a 9, this one's like a 8, this one's like a no, they're all 10s. Watch them all.
I would give them all collectively a 8.5 out of 10. Owen, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, you have you grew up with these movies and you have this you have a fondness for fantasy and stuff in a way that I don't. So these
Yeah,
movies. Listen,
I can't hear that from you after I've heard your Dune rating. I can't hear that from you. I'm sorry.
Dune is sci-fi, not fantasy.
They're the same thing.
No, they're different. Sci-fi and fantasy are not the same.
They're the same.
They're not the same.
Sci-fi and fantasy are the same.
They are not the same. One is space.
Do you know where Gandalf came from? He came from
A
space.
single character. A single
He came from
character.
space.
A single
No,
character.
all the wizards came from space. They're
Okay, but
space
like
beings.
a single species, a single type of being. I'm saying fantasy is like magic and nature and uh
Spice.
no, you're not hearing. Sci-fi and fantasy feel different. Don't tell me that they don't feel different.
They're in the same genre.
They are literally two different genres.
No. Sorry. I will not be convinced.
Now, there are some pieces of media where it overlaps. I just thought of the book. I have a book called Ring Shout, and it's about like monsters or whatever.
Scary.
Um, and, yeah. Um, I feel like I don't know if it's all monster books and shows, but like fantasy sci-fi crossover that feels like a fantasy a fantasy crossover. um, but that's not. That's a very specific case. You're wrong. You're wrong. Um. Anyways, 8 out of 10.
Science fiction, fantasy. Which one would Game of Thrones be?
Fantasy.
No, it's both.
Yes.
It's literally both.
Okay.
Dragons
How?
are fictional science, as is magic.
Yeah,
You're
but
getting
feels
way too
old
caught up
time.
in the
Old time.
setting.
The
Oh
setting
yeah,
is
that's
the most important part. The setting is the most important part. Exactly. Exactly.
there is
Dune setting
futuristic
versus
sci-fi fantasy, and there is past sci-fi fantasy.
give me a futuristic fantasy.
Dune.
No, that's science fiction.
Giant fucking space worms are fantasy,
That's
as much as
science
a dragon
fiction.
is.
It's science
Tell me
fiction.
the difference between the dune worm and the dragon, please. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Oh.
The time one was born.
Yes, the time.
No.
Literally, the time, the setting. 100%.
Which
That
one
is
is
the
Star
distinction.
Wars?
Thank
Which
you.
one is Star Wars?
Science fiction.
The first thing we see in every single Star Wars movie, a long, long time ago.
Fuck. Okay, okay. But is it, what year is it? Because
Before
it
Earth.
feels like, is it before Earth?
Yes.
It feels like way, way in the future.
It's way, way in the past.
Well, time isn't real.
Oh, brother. Okay, so that can't be your distinction then, can it?
Okay. What's the difference between sci-fi and fantasy? Okay. Science fiction is grounded in scientific principles and extrapolates from the modern world to predict how things might develop in the future. So plausibility. That this is AI. Google AI.
Gross.
Yeah, but I don't want to do more. Um, Science fiction stories often take place in a futuristic dystopian setting with advanced technology. Fantasy settings can be past eras like Victorian England or medieval Europe.
These
Those
are
seem
pointless
like,
distinctions. These are pointless distinctions. Because
I'm
my first thought is
saying
Game
that
of
they're
Thrones,
called
which is
two
in a
different things.
completely, fantastical setting. It has nothing.
Yes.
It's based on a certain time period and place, but it's not in that time period or place.
But it's based on it.
And Star Wars, which is hundreds of years before any of it.
Okay, but when you think of Star Wars and what's happening in Star Wars and like advanced technology, right? Is in Star Wars. And it might not be advanced for the actual world itself, but relative to our reality, it has a futuristic feel because it has technology that we don't have or that we don't use or whatever. Um, Also, it's set in fucking space. Like, that's sci-fi.
I'm not saying that the feelings and technology and vibe overall of these two categories are the same because they're obviously not. I'm just saying they're both sci-fi fantasy. That's what I'm saying. If you want to make a distinction between them, that's fine, but you gotta find a different word.
Okay, I found another one. Try this on for size. Sci-fi rooted in the possible, fantasy rooted in the impossible.
Giant space worms.
Possible.
How?
Anything is possible.
Like dragons? Were you there? Do you know
Honestly, yeah.
dragons? I think dragons are possible as the giant space worms.
Well, we don't know what's in space. We know it's on Earth, which is where Hot D is set. Oh,
No.
no, is it not set on Earth? Where is it set? Is it ever set?
It's got its own world. Yeah, I don't know.
It's giving Earth, but with
No.
dragons.
It's just
Yes.
based on Earth. It's not Earth.
I'm not saying it is Earth. I'm saying it's giving Earth.
Give me a world not based on Earth.
Coruscant. Whatever it's called.
It's a giant fucking city! What?
I can't win with you. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Which one's Harry Potter?
Fantasy.
Which one is World of Warcraft?
Fantasy. Okay. Science fiction. General elements of science fiction. Science. Technology. A dystopian setting.
That's all in Lord of the Rings.
Listen, I'm not done. Elements of fantasy. Mythical creatures. Shut up about that
Space
damn
worms.
worm. Shut up about the fucking worms. Mythical creatures. Supernatural powers. Robust world building. I don't know.
Star Wars! Star Wars! I can name several creatures from Star Wars. We don't gotta stop at doing space worms. The Sarlacc pit.
But the technology of Star Wars, the vibe, the way that they live, the technology, they fly through fucking space, like it's such a prevalent part of these narratives that like it's science fiction.
Maybe I'm leaning too much into the meaning of the word science fiction and fantasy. Because those mean the same thing.
I'm not saying that there's not overlap happening, that they're very similar. They are incredibly similar. But yeah, they're different. Vibes are different.
I agree. There are different vibes. I
Yeah.
don't think I agree with your distinctions. I don't know what the distinctions are. I saw someone online say it was the I don't remember the names of these things, but the one thing that's like kind of like uh like pop, and then the one that's like
Yeah.
flowy.
Yeah.
That being the distinction between sci-fi and fantasy,
Yes.
if we want to call it that. Sure.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think any of this other stuff counts.
You are entitled to that opinion.
Yeah, who's not entitled? Why are you saying that? Everyone's entitled to their opinions.
I'm saying that
I
because
knew
I
that.
disagree with you.
Mm.
Yeah. But you already know that.
I did know that, yeah.
So I don't want to say it again.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Okay, that's fair. That's
yeah.
fine.
Um,
You're allowed to be wrong. That's okay.
as are you. Yeah, it's no problem. Truly. What were we talking about? Lord of the Rings. I gave it 8 out of 10.
Because
Um,
you hate the classics. Because you don't like sticks. You like metal. You're not
that's
into
not what I'm
wizard
saying.
staffs. You're into
That's
lightsabers.
not
I get it.
what I'm
I understand.
saying.
Because those aren't the same thing.
That's not what I'm
Because
saying.
the Jedi aren't just space wizards. I hear you.
I I uh yeah, they're really great movies. I I remember the first time we ever watched them, it kind of dragged for me a bit. Um Second time dragged way less. Maybe it's just a thing that I have to continue to acclimate to um as my nerd brain grows or whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, I still feel like there's more that I could gain from these movies. If there is, like, maybe not, but like it's not like I enjoy them the most, when I watch them. They're definitely good though.
I'm gonna read something a Reddit guy said. I haven't read it yet, so you're
Okay.
hearing this the same time I am.
Okay.
I think the point he's really making here is this. In the context of their respective genres, magic and science are functionally identical. The only key difference is how those things are explained within the story itself. All sci-fi stories could be rewritten as fantasy while maintaining the themes and characters by changing how those elements are explained.
Sure.
Conversely, all fantasy stories could be rewritten as science fiction stories in the exact same way. This would preserve them as functionally identical stories while only changing some tangible details. The only real difference is the terms that are used to explain those elements, and thus it's not a distinction based on real differences, but created exclusively for marketing and demographical purposes.
I could see that.
The next guy goes on to argue that saying that tacos and burritos are the same, um, which I don't think they are, because the wrapping isn't the same.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, that's it. If it was the same exact ingredients, then yeah, you'd be right. But anyway, I think that's enough of that debate. This is getting too much like a normal conversation between us,
We have been talking about this for a long time.
which is, this is what we wanted when we started the podcast.
This
We
is
wanted it to be,
true.
but it's gonna be too long at this point.
Yeah,
So
we could keep going.
yeah,
Let's move on. Let's move on.
I'm fine to agree to disagree, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something we can agree about, which is The Hobbit.
Ah, bad. Stop hating on
Um, as
me.
I've said
0 out of
before,
10. 1 out of 10.
there are plenty of video essays online if you want to get into the weeds of why these movies are bad. First
Yeah.
one, 3 out of 10. It started good. It had some good elements to it.
Yes. I agree with you.
Ultimately, wasn't good. Second one, 4 out of 10. Again, I feel it was worse than the first one. We're really starting to fall off the rails here. But I can't get enough of Benedict Cumberbatch as Smaug, and his scene with
Sure.
Bilbo is amazing. Um, the third one is a 2 out of 10, if not a 1 out of 10. I just wanted to be done by that point. It's very,
It
very bad.
was it was very painful to watch. I would give it overall 2 out of 10.
That's fair.
Yeah, it just
Oh, two, because it should have been two movies directed by Guillermo del Toro.
there you go.
Very
Exactly.
smart. Very smart.
Um yeah, it was just so, especially by that third movie, man. Like
That
I
shit was just
couldn't
dragging.
I kept having like moments of just like disbelief that it was still going on and that we were doing this. Like why? I cannot believe that we're putting ourselves through this for like completionist sake. I can't believe that we would do that, but like fucking hell.
Have we ever figured out who the 5 armies were? Because there were like 6 armies, and then
No! 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 I don't know what the fuck they were talking about.
it was either
No.
4 armies or 6 armies, but it wasn't 5.
It
I don't.
was- Mm. So
Yeah,
annoying. So bad.
yeah, yeah. Boys, the boys.
The
Oi,
boys!
oi, it's the boys. It's time for the boys,
Oi!
mate.
Are you one of the boys, mate?
Homeletter's
Oh,
got my fucking son, mate. You're a right foul cunt. You know that?
There it is. There it is. You're getting better at that.
Actually,
It's a
the
good
ending of that
show.
sentence was pretty bad. Someone's gonna point out in the future.
No, it's good.
But it's bad.
You're wrong.
Boys 8 out of 10.
I would agree with that. Yeah, it's a solid fucking show.
This is the year all the
Insane.
right leaning people realized they were the ones being made fun of. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I'm happy that they figured that out.
Yeah.
How embarrassing that you didn't know the whole time. That's embarrassing.
They still again, like I said yesterday, they still think Homelander is the hero of the show.
Yeah. That's bananas.
I want to take some time here. I didn't do this yesterday, but there is an elephant in the room. Not between us and the audience, but me and you.
What?
Mr. Savage. Savage
What about
Speaks, Savage Books, and his really
about-
bad takes on Hot D and the boys.
I don't know what's going on with him.
He needs money.
What's going on with you?
What are you talking about? What's going on? What is going on with you?
You say it really well.
That's not on the list. Eric Andre show is your first year watching it.
Yeah, I didn't put Eric Andre. I didn't put Ted Lasso because I haven't finished either of those. I would like to finish them before talking.
Can I rate them?
Go ahead. Yeah, just don't talk.
Eric Andre was a 10 out of 10 until event happens, and then it's like a 8. Ted Lasso 7.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I have to.
That's a really funny part.
It was. I didn't. It was so succinct. Succinct.
Oh, okay, Andre 3000. Thank you for that pun. Thank you, smelly much.
Yeah, like there. So his takes regarding like the Huey situation, like okay, fine. I can't really remember other points that he's made about other parts of the show. I felt like they were fine. I didn't think there was anything too in regard to the boys. I didn't think there was anything too like disagreeable. Was there? I don't
So
remember his stuff.
I'm really just feeling an overall vibe of I think he's really good at talking about like writing in dialogue about things that are already done.
Sure.
BoJack,
Sure. Yeah.
Avatar,
Right.
Game of Thrones. But his live analysis of things is it's feeling very rushed to me and very incorrect.
Sure.
Could have thought this one out a little bit more, Chief. And you're having very um, extreme
Yeah.
uh, extreme opinions. It's not even fucking. It's not done yet.
Yeah, he's like drawing
Like he's.
conclusions that can't really be drawn at this point.
How you drawing the? If the picture's only half done, how you drawing conclusions already?
Yeah.
It was most egregious for me. You're right. The boy stuff was like maybe like If anything, agree to disagree. It's your perspective.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But with and that's only because I didn't watch all the videos about the boys. I didn't watch the one on the season finale because I was like, I can't do this with you, man. I
don't
didn't
know if I
expect
watched
him to
that one.
be such a Debbie Downer on things. I think
He's being a Debbie Downer.
he's being a Debbie Downer, especially with Hot D, because like you can't make an episode talking about we need more dragons after we just had this big ass dragon fight, and then like, oh, we finally got the dragons back because the dragon pit fight or the they're in the dragon cave. Like,
Yeah.
did your ass not remember 2 episodes ago? We had way more dragons then. Like we had Vermithor chop a couple guys up.
He's too
And
reactive.
it's very reactive.
Yeah.
It's very reactive, and I'm not digging it.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
But a lot of people took issue with this season of The Boys. A lot of people took issue with a lot of the shows that came up this year. The Bear,
Yeah.
Hot D, and The
Yeah.
Boys. I thought they were all great.
Same. I think all of them, I don't know if the boys, all of them have been, not to say that things aren't happening within all of these seasons. People saying that nothing's happening are fucking dumb. But like all of them are like lead up for season 4.
Sure.
Season 3, whatever. Which is like some that seasons be like that.
Yeah, I honestly think the main difference is the difference between a pessimistic and optimistic attitude, if we're being real about it. I thought again about everyone in my family enjoying the ending of Game of Thrones. And how I still kind of feel cursed by that, being the only one who's like, guys, this was terrible. But whether we like it or not, it was not objectively terrible.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
And we can wish for things to have ended better. The Long Night should have been its own season. Dany should have had her own season arc about descending into madness.
Yeah.
A lot of characters shouldn't have been cut. A lot of things should have been changed that weren't, that were rushed to. Characters lived that shouldn't have lived. There's a lot that we could really just go into about how the show descended. But as human beings, we have the gift of, having our own perspective, our own freedom and rationality. And you can really ignore all that bad shit and parse out the good of the seasons and be like, yeah, good show.
True.
I enjoyed it. Got what I wanted out of it. And there are people in the world who feel that way, who aren't, terminally online like us.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I wasn't in the mix when Game of Thrones was Game of Thrones, and
Right.
I can be a negative Nancy, but also like, was it good? I don't think it was good. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the
Perspective is
camp that
key.
full on
Perspective is key.
only half the show is good, if that.
Yeah.
Perspective is key. Okay, you were right.
Um,
Are we done with the boys?
we are. Yes. What's next?
Everyone online was talking about how Starlight was gonna have the scene where she blinds someone because they keep showing her about her, um, her can't get enough powers.
Mm-hmm.
But she just ends up flying away at the end of the season. Oh my god, I hate. No, they did it. I didn't think they were gonna do it, and they did it.
What, her flying away?
Frenchie and Chemical.
Oh. Right. Right.
You guys don't know this about me, but a bad, a bad relationship pairing can completely turn me off of the show. There is a
Yeah.
possibility I won't be coming back for The Boys season 4. I think
No, you gotta
5.
watch it.
Oh yeah, the only reason I'm watching is because they said specifically it is the last season. So I'm like, okay, fine. But
Sure.
Frenchie was a low tier boy in the first place, and then to learn he
It
was an
just,
IDF soldier, and
yeah.
then the horrible shit they took him through this season. No one cares about this motherfucker's plotline, and
Yeah.
then to have him end up with Kimiko, our boy
It just
Kimiko.
doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. I think about like, was there like a large group of people that were like shipping them, wanting them to get together, and that was like a writer's choice to like appease audience? Because like that doesn't.
I don't think it was appeasement. I think that's just what they wanted to do from jump.
I just don't get that. I've never like I've never felt that between them. There's always the question, or we often think the question because man and woman. So like,
Well, Frenchie's
was,
always been very
but
clearly into
like,
her, but Frenchie's a freak.
but yeah, I didn't really get that from Kimiko. I thought like they need each other as friends. That's what this is. It's not this other thing.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
but it is.
Okay. No.
Hmm.
I hope he dies in that van. Sorry. Sorry.
You've been wishing death on a lot of people, which again, I'm not against. People need to die. Everyone needs to die eventually.
Eventually.
Acolyte.
Um,
Sorry,
Acolyte.
thought you were done. I assume.
No. As a transition.
Yeah, cut that out.
Sure. Acolyte 8 out of 10.
I gave it a 6, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's a solid show. I told you yesterday. Um, I would. I just said 8 out of 10?
You did say 8 out of 10.
Okay, 7 out of 10. 7
You're
out
like,
of 10.
whoa, what the fuck?
I would say it's a. I would say it's a 6. As discussed yesterday, it gets extra point. One, because of the ending and like the switcheroo of it all. And I'm always down for like seeing yourself in
Bi
the other
panic?
character.
Oh,
What'd you say?
I thought you were saying you were down for a bi panic, but continue.
No, 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 I'm not there yet. Um, but like it's part of this. It's why I fucking love Spider-Man and Spot so much. Like you are your enemy or whatever type shit. Um, and so I'm excited to see how that, if it continues. I'm excited to see how that happens. It sounds like it's not gonna happen though. It's doing that bad.
I don't
Is
know
it
how it's
looking?
doing. The advent of like having these streaming services, specifically Disney Plus, they don't have to reveal how good their shows are or aren't doing. The backlash has been the backlash, but a lot of that's been, you know, racist, sexist, homophobic, etc.
Right. Okay.
Who knows? All I know is that, you know, all three of those shows were on at the same time. The Boys, Hot D, and Acolyte, and
No,
it was the Squidward meme with Acolyte in the house watching them out there playing as everyone's tweeting about these two shows, and no one has shit to say about Acolyte because who's watching it?
A single thing. I have not seen a tweet ever about Acolyte.
Except for when we got to your boy.
Yes. This is another reason for the point. You see. What's his name? This actor's name. I don't know, but the
Good Place Guy. He's from Jacksonville.
Good Place Guy from Jacksonville. He plays the Sith guy in this show. He's so fucking hot. His costume design, his spooky mask, his muscles. It's all so good. Yeah, I hope him and girl get together.
They should have gotten together. That's why it loses the point. That's one of the
together.
reasons it loses the point for me, because how are you going to have all these people seduced by the dark side with no passionate seduction?
Yeah.
Why weren't they fucking on that island?
Right. Y'all would have been fucking. Ain't no way. Did he make a move and she rejected, or no? There wasn't anything like that at all.
No, there was this one scene where I think they subtly imply that they were fucking like dogs, where like she has a lightsaber to his neck or whatever, and he's talking about the different, you know, things in the dark side. He's like anger, fear, passion, and we're like, oh, okay. And you know, she saw him naked several times as he's just like in and out of the pool very casually, the pool of water.
Nice.
So that's as close as you can get in a kid show to saying these guys are having sex. You know.
But yeah, as stated, true bi panic happening once he was on the scene. I was losing it.
I didn't like that they showed a flashback scene twice, a whole flashback episode twice from two different perspectives. That was dumb as hell. This should have been a movie, maybe one or two movies.
I can see that.
It should not have been this thing. Saul's a freak. So he's definitely a freak.
Yeah.
A freak groomer, pedophile man.
Yeah.
I made extra rice in case you want some.
Okay. He made me extra rice in case I want some.
That's nice.
I smell it when he opened the door. He really made that rice. And I really like the thesis that the Senator man said to the Jedi lady about how they pretend to have mastery over this thing that is impossible to have mastery over. And like, she's like, we don't claim mastery over the Force. And he's like, no, dumb nigga, your emotions. And I was like, oh, true. Tell him.
Yeah.
And then he basically looks at the screen and he says, this is why Anakin rose to power. Because because the Jedi are so caught up in their ways, they can't imagine one person flipping and killing every single one of them. And that's what he did.
Yep.
A little heavy-handed, but again, I thought it was nice.
Yeah. It was a very good way, a well spoken, well written summation.
Agreed.
Cool.
Next is the Magic Niggas movie.
Oh, talk about it.
I already did on my podcast episode.
Right. Go listen to Obi's podcast, The Spectre of Anti-Blackness. You can. It's linked
Is it?
on. Yeah, I did it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Available
So go
wherever
do that.
podcasts are available. Again, you shouldn't be on Spotify, but if you are, it's linked there.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
We should reiterate, we said this last time, but that's lost to the wind. Um, our society is forevermore cursed until this movie reaches where it should be in our society, which is cult classic. It should have been a breakout hit, but since
Yes.
we missed that opportunity, we still have the opportunity to make it a cult classic and
Redemption.
save ourselves
Yes.
from eternal damnation.
Right.
Oh, well, you guys, we're fine.
We're good.
If you haven't seen this movie yet, see it and pay money to see it.
You have to rent it. Yes. Or buy it.
Or buy it.
Buy it.
Because you missed the theater opportunity. You only had like a week to do that before they fucking pulled it. They did this movie so fucking dirty, and I hate it.
Terrible.
Amazing movie. It's so
It really
passionate.
is.
It's so emotional. It's so current. It's funny. It's talking about the things people don't want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
My movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I said again yesterday, it's up there with my favorite movies, even though most of my other favorite movies are like this psychedelic, timey-wimey, mind-bendy genre, like Everything Everywhere All at Once and Annihilation. But this is definitely up there with favorite movies.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Speech at the end is fucking perfect.
Tear-inducing, if you will.
Indeed. Yes.
Did you tears?
I did tears.
Hmm.
I did tears.
I welled, but the dams
there was
howled.
Mm-hmm. The end, and then I don't know if there were multiple scenes where they were in the park together, but one of the park scenes when they were talking, I cried. You know which one?
Good park scene. Yeah, there was only one. It was good.
Oh, yeah, I cried. Yeah, it's good. Really good. Go
Agreed.
watch it. Like,
right
if
now.
you were to watch anything, fucking pause the podcast. Go watch the fucking movie.
This is one of my go watch right now movies. If there's any two things to take from this movie, it's this from this podcast episode. It's this movie and a show that we haven't talked about yet, but it's coming up soon. So
Okay. Are we ready?
Dune.
Don't.
Sci-fi fantasy movie.
Sci-fi, right? I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Same. That's what I've written here. 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Initially, I was like, give the first one 8 out of 10, give the second one a 9 out of 10, because the first one doesn't properly telegraph that boy is evil. But then I was like, well, you're supposed to see the movies as one equal thing.
Yeah, one part.
And I feel like they make up for it in the second one. So, yeah. I'm willing to give it both a 9.
Yeah, they're really great fucking movies.
I just don't like white people. Whoa, I didn't say that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You guys are cool. No, actually, I hope no white people are watching this.
That.
I don't like. It's hard for me sometimes in these movies to care about white issues and white problems and white characters. And
when it's a white movie, yeah.
Yeah, and he's not white because he's in space, but he is an imperialist. So I could like him being the protagonist would have really broke me. But thankfully, they're going the way of the book, and he's evil. I think so. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I said previously, one of my larger issues is the relationship between him and Zendaya. I just don't think they, as human beings, have any sort of chemistry. I don't know what it is, but I'm
It's the
just.
Tom Holland energy. He's
It's oh
projecting
right.
himself in between them. Yeah.
He's in between them at all times. It's very disconcerting. Um, so
Anytime they're like
I
on
can really
set and
sense that.
they're like building their camaraderie, she gets a text. He's like, "Hey, I made dinner tonight." She's like, "Oh." "Hey, babe, I love you. You remember I'm picking you up today? Okay, I made dinner. Hope you're safe. Hope the movie's going great."
She
And then
fucking
their
loves that
energy just.
shit. She fucking loves that shit. He is super present in her life. Um, Good for them. It's just like
I don't like Tom Holland.
you don't.
I like him as Spider-Man. He's my favorite live action Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Um, they're trying to make him the new age white lead.
Yes, this is
I'm
true.
not buying it.
Him and Timothy and
Yeah, it's
him and
him,
Timothy.
Chalamet,
Yeah,
and
I don't like Timothy Chalamet.
really, I like him. Maybe because he's a fellow alien.
He is a
Um,
fellow alien. Right, right. Um, I just like can't. Every time I see him in a movie,
hmm
and this happened with Dune too. I have to like. I'm like assaulted by his appearance, and I have to like adjust to his face and like tell my brain to like not acknowledge just how much his face actually sticks out. His face is very. He has a fucking alien fucking face. Um,
You like alien faces?
I I
Not all
I
alien
like
faces.
not all alien faces are equal.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, like I'm just spice. Um, so yeah, I just I also don't have like because he is like the white it man. I'm just like ugh, whatever.
Hmm.
It's kind of just like fuck whatever. I don't
Is
care.
it really only those two? There's got to be more.
Maybe there are more, but I don't know them.
Because I just named so many black guys. Like new.
I'm trying to think.
Um, Kylo Ren. What's his name?
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver. He's one of them.
He's around. I feel like he hasn't been
They're
around
putting him
enough.
in like they're putting him in prestige things.
Sure.
He has
Um.
that one where he punches the wall. I've only seen the meme. I don't I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Paul Rudd's kind of older. He's not in this
He's old.
generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought of Paul Rudd for. Um, I don't. Not important. Who cares?
Yeah. Literally, who are these people?
Who do you got?
Like, they're just not people that are. So are the Hemsworth brothers? Are they too old?
They're.
They've been around for
Uh,
a while.
yeah, they could.
They're like in the middle, in between
They're in the
generations or
middle.
whatever. Ansel Elgort.
Who?
He was in The Fault in Our Stars.
He's
He's
not in
number
stuff
10.
anymore.
He's not, but he's on this list. I don't know any of these people. Let me find a new list. The 30 best male actors under 30. He's not. Gavin Calceleno
That's a fake name.
from Netflix movies, from stupid Netflix movies. The Stranger Things boys. Those boys, but they're just in
No,
Stranger Things right
they're
now.
only in. No, none of these aren't.
Andrew Barth Feldman, also from a Netflix movie. David Mazouz from Gotham. Let me go down this list.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. This is true. He's good. I like him. I fuck with him. Oh, Batman. We watched Batman this year.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. All right.
The Bat is the definitive
9
Batman
out of
movie.
10. Kit Connor.
I'll also give it. I also give it a 9 out of 10 just because. No, I feel like it handled Batwoman. I feel like it handled Catwoman well. I didn't get
Yeah.
the ick watching them, so it can have a
I
10 out of
didn't.
10 for me. Mutant Mayhem was a 10 out of 10, as was Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes. For one of those. I haven't seen Mutant Mayhem.
Watch it.
Discuss. I will. I'm done looking at this list. I literally don't know who those different people are besides Timothy and Tom Holland. That's wild. They fell off for real.
That's why they've been trying to propel the one that they have. That's why they've been trying to propel them so much.
Yeah.
They don't got shit.
They don't got shit. Okay, what were we talking about?
I don't got fucking shit. Tim Robinson, he's on the list. He's an A-list prestige white guy. Tim Robinson from I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson.
Oh. Oh, he's up there for sure.
I want to see him in the next Dune movie.
Yeah.
The way I literally cannot imagine it. I can't imagine him being a serious actor.
I could only picture him just standing in the background somewhere and just why the fuck are you here?
Just wearing normal clothes. Like he just walked on the set.
Ridiculous.
Oh, Kit Harington.
Who?
Jon Snow.
What else has he been in though besides Game of Thrones?
They've been putting him in stuff.
Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
Pompeii from 2014.
Sure, I guess.
He hasn't been in anything recent. Blood for Dust. No one's heard of that. The
Hasn't
Beast
he?
Within. Is that out yet? He's in a werewolf movie, I think. As a werewolf, I think.
Oh, I get it because he's a Stark. Very funny.
Yeah.
Both the Stark brothers were in Eternals. Both Robbie and John.
Oh. I don't remember them. I watched Eternals. I don't remember.
Rob was the main guy. John was he was like the boyfriend. He wasn't even one of the superhero fellas. Rob was the Homelander type.
I don't remember Eternals.
That's fair.
I just
No
know
one
I
does.
watched it. Yeah.
The people in the MCU don't fucking remember Eternals. There's a giant hand sticking out of the side of the earth that no one ever mentions. Because the movie did so bad. They can't even put it into the continuity because no one's seen it. Yeah. Sorry, am I supposed to be doing the list still?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the next one.
Smiling Friend.
Smiling Friends! Good show.
10 out of 10. It's got the best humor. It's got the best animation. Adult animation is finally coming back in style. Rick and Morty, you're not shit. If you watch any show on this list, this is the show you watch. Smiling Friends.
Wow. Um, okay. I would agree with that first bit. 10 out of 10. Also, you should watch it. I would recommend other shows over this one.
Like
If you were
what?
to if you were to watch anything, watch fucking Hot D or something. Don't watch. If you're gonna
Fuck
watch,
Hot D.
Smiling Friends is really great as a comedy.
If you're a
It's
person that
perfect.
like cares about animation
Sure,
and comedy, like
sure.
that's
Yeah.
why I say it, not just because it's like funny.
Okay, I hear you.
But
Um,
Hot D for you, I understand.
I was just throwing one out there. I don't know if it's actually Hot D, but yeah, I was very pleased that you introduced me to Smiling Friends. It's really good.
I like the
It's good.
Brazil episode. When they go vacation in Brazil, they have such a good time.
Great episode. They have such a good time.
They do. They do all the fun things. They hang out on the
Uh,
beach. The boss makes an appearance, Mr. Boss.
mhm.
It's a great time.
I remember like watching the first few episodes and being like, "What the fuck? This is such a weird fucking show. What is this?"
I
Um,
went back and started to rewatch it, and I saw when Alan like kind of sucked on his nose, on Charlie's nose.
um,
I was
yeah.
like, oh my god, that really happened. Yeah, no, that actually happened.
I'll suck on his nose.
Like, why would you do that without consent?
Terrible.
It's a little freaky, Alan. A little freaky.
Yeah.
Alan's your favorite?
Alan's my favorite. I love his voice. I love his vibe. I love his body shape. Uh, he's
Lanky with no neck. What's that about?
just like the way his shit just comes. It's so great.
I think Gleb's got to be my favorite.
He's great. I think he's my second favorite. And then what's dude's name?
Who, Pim or Charlie?
Charlie. And then Pam.
Charlie's fun. I think the joke that got you the most is when he was in the freezer with the little character,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Do you like to have fun?" And he's like, "Oh, me? You're asking me? Oh, yeah, I do." She's like, "Oh, yeah." I already said yes.
It's it's so good.
The delivery in that show is just awesome.
It's really good. I gotta go back and rewatch just that one little bit. I already said yes. Like so annoying.
What do you ask it? Like, yes. What more do you want me to say?
Yeah, great show.
Avatar, live action,
Avatar live action.
Earth, fire, air,
Water.
water.
Yeah.
So I do, that's probably that's like a good water. Earth is more like a, right? Fire is more like martial artists, like,
Yeah.
well, they're all like martial arts, but, and then air is like the,
Nice.
anyway, yeah, so, Avatar, you said we're not going to talk about it?
Because we're gonna talk about it on its own episode. We had many thoughts. Hopefully, we still
6
have
out of
them.
10.
I would give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I know.
Wow. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
This movie's uncomfortable. And it's incredibly well done, but it's uncomfortable, and you really feel that. It's not like fun uncomfortable. It's like, oh, this is super uncomfortable.
Another movie that's been almost completely erased from my brain,
Right.
The only thing I remembered was the ending, where she kept trying to do the scene with the little boy,
Over
like
and over.
trying
Yeah.
to get it right, and I'm like, stop being a fucking freak.
Yeah. She's a fucking
Someone tell
freak.
her to stop.
It was
Um,
gross. I think it's a really interesting concept.
Freaky ass nigga shit, soon I got. Freaky ass nigga shit, soon I got.
Exactly.
Hey, 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 for your life. Hey, hey.
um, Interesting concept, like uh, um, a movie based on real events, and then like uh, an actor like really being into the thing. Um,
That was
and
your
like
takeaway from it? That like she was like also kind of pervy, and like
she was a perv.
that's why she took the role on.
I don't know if that's why she took the role on. I don't know, but like yeah, everything that it felt like this. It felt like different levels to her perversion.
Sure.
Um, I think a part of it was that she is like a pedo, um, a PDF file. Um, I think part of it was like about this particular story itself, and like, cause she has sex with the one dude,
She does.
the victim,
You a
and
victim.
like,
Sorry.
and like, yeah, it's okay. And like, it felt like she derived a lot of pleasure from, or like a certain satisfaction from the fact that she was able to do that with the victim of the situation. Like the like,
Hmm.
I don't know. I I don't remember a whole lot
Yeah, I gotta
about
take
like
your
the
word for it.
intricacies and like what felt like what, but yeah, she just had like this weird attachment, and I think because of what the story is, like by default she's given pedophile.
Hmm.
um but I said it before, it reminds me of like a really fucking well made Lifetime movie. It's really well
Yes.
made. It's incredibly beautiful. um but I wouldn't really recommend watching it, honestly. I recommended Broe Deschanel. She has a video essay on it. I don't know if I agreed with all of her points, but it's maybe like a good place to start if you
Hmm.
want to learn more about the movie without watching it. I would rate it a 7 out of 10, but again, I don't necessarily recommend watching it.
I give it a 5.
Sure. Yeah. All
AI rising, adolescence rising.
right. Already talked
We
about this one.
at length.
Yeah. Um, 1 out of 10.
Yeah, 1, 2, whatever.
Yeah.
Just get out of my face.
Yeah.
I gave it a 2 because I can't watch ones. Like I wouldn't
Mm.
watch Morbius again.
You would watch AI Rising again?
I did. It's my. I've watched it
You
twice. The
have
second
watched
time I
it
showed it to
twice.
you.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna say I enjoyed it either time, but
Right.
I was able to get through it.
Would I watch it again? I would show it to someone. I would watch it with someone. But yeah, I don't know if that would ever actually happen.
Sure.
I really don't think about this movie ever. So
Dream scenario.
Yeah.
Same
This
as May December for
one.
me without the creepy aspect to it. Still a 5 out
Yeah.
of 10.
I would give this one a 5 out of 10. Um, maybe 6. It was just like fine. It was fine.
Yeah, like May December, it's very well made. I actually remember this movie. I like that
Mm.
it's well made, but like I don't think that's enough to like say it's like I'm never gonna think about this movie again. Like whatever. It
Yeah,
was a
I
nice little
haven't
Nicolas Cage joint.
since. Yeah.
It felt really, grounded and good for him. But whatever.
Right.
You asked if he wrote it, and I did not look it up.
Okay.
Still don't
Thanks.
know. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Next one.
You gotta say this one.
I don't know what the.
I got you.
Leave the world behind.
You leave the world behind.
You're very silly.
No,
Um. Yes.
fake news.
Um.
Falsified information. Those documents have been tampered with.
I. I was just saying the name of the movie. I wasn't telling you specifically to leave the world behind.
Oh, okay.
It's the name of the movie. Um. eh, Oh. Um. This movie's fine. It's
Yeah.
well made. Um. I don't think I would watch it again. Um. Not my type of movie. Based on a book that wasn't my type of book.
You said you liked the book significantly less.
Yes. They add a lot of stuff in the movie compared to the book. But even still, just um, do you want to say your mom's understanding?
Yeah, my mom looked at it like a theater piece. My mom, you know, uh, Star Wars enjoyer of things. No, there's things that she doesn't enjoy. I'm not gonna say she's a Star Wars enjoyer of things, but she does like to enjoy things. She just
Mm-hmm.
like to think about things. And her thought about this thing was, it was like a theater piece. The white dad she thought of as like the average liberal man who, largely incompetent, means well, but ultimately leaves the lady outside the car, can't even fucking help her out. Um, thought of the mom as, social media. Um, that one, I got to think about why she thought she was social media. Um, it had something to do with her job, the job she had at work,
Mm-hmm.
um, and how she like learned. She was social media and AI, I think is what she said, because how she like her job had something to do with like interacting with people and learning from them and learning a lot of hate from them,
Yeah,
and so she's kind of like this
yeah.
bitter kind of person. Um, and then the different kids represented the different generations, the millennials, the Gen Zs, the Gen Alphas,
Mm-hmm.
and how they would react in a, end of society kind of scenario. The Gen Alpha is just in her phone the whole time, only really thinking about herself in a selfish kind of way. Um, um, the black man is the one trying to keep the whole thing together. He's basically Obama. Um, uh, the The Black Daughter was one who was the millennial, I think, in my mom's eyes. The one she's kind of like, fed up with the shit of the old world and like, gonna speak her mind, speak her truth, that kind of thing. She's like the
Yeah,
revolutionary. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think that reading of it makes the movie more interesting, a little more compelling.
yeah,
Um,
agreed.
it feels like to me just like a worse version of Civil War. All the
Yeah,
bad parts of Civil War, like what Civil
sure.
War shouldn't have done. Um, I give it a 6 out of 10.
I would give it a 4 out of 10.
I asked you previously, I don't know if you answered this or if your answer has changed,
Mm.
but do you feel differently about this movie or does it bring it into a different context when you hear that was it was it Michelle Obama who said like these are the kind of worries that keeps her up at night,
Um,
being that she's a former first lady of the United States and she knows shit.
mm, I think it makes the movie scarier.
Sure.
Uh, but I don't know. I don't really think of it much differently. Um, yeah, I don't really have much to say about that.
Hmm.
Slightly more scary, but it's not a super scary movie. And threats of things ending and falling apart hang over us on a daily basis. Like it's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
and I'm sure there are people out there who think I'm crazy for it, but kind of looking forward to
Right.
it.
Right. Let's get this ball moving. Let's go.
Let all the Teslas crowd the fucking highways. Let's do it. I saw
That
a
wasn't
tweet
in
that
the
was kind
book.
of
That was
funny.
scary.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I saw a tweet, a funny tweet, where they were talking about that one streamer guy, that fucking illiterate ass.
Hmm.
He was just with Donald Trump. He was like doing an interview with Donald Trump or whatever. He gave him a watch. Do you know the guy I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
We saw a video of him once where he was where someone on his stream asked him if he's a fascist. So he
Mm-hmm.
goes to look up what fascism is, and he can't pronounce
I
a single
vaguely.
fucking.
Oh, I vaguely remember this. You gotta show me him now.
I will.
This episode is so long.
I was just thinking of that as we were like talking,
Yeah.
and I was trying to think of other podcast episodes, and I think they go for pretty long. I think we're fine.
Oh no, they do, but this is the longest one.
Oh yeah, for sure, it is.
Yeah. Whew.
Tampon Tim. You a fan of Tampon Tim? You're waving the
No,
bonnet for Tampon Tim.
no, this is something else unrelated.
Oh okay.
I'm sleepy.
Oh. You should go to bed.
I will once we. Oh my god, it's not even the anniversary anymore.
It is for me.
It's not for me.
That
I
feels
was
like a
supposed
personal
to edit
problem.
this. I have to edit out some stuff.
What do you gotta edit out?
I don't know. I felt like there
You
was
should
like
just
a
edit it
freaking.
out.
You can do anything with editing. Um, Um,
Guy's name
I
is
don't remember. I
Aiden
thought there was
Rose.
something that needed to be edited out. Or they have to be edited together because we like paused a couple times.
Yeah, I
This is
don't think
not
you have to
going
take
up
anything.
tonight. I'm going to sleep and then I'll put it up tomorrow.
You don't gotta take anything out.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow though. I'm too tired to like export and shit. After this, I'm going to sleep.
Do
Sorry,
whatever
y'all.
editing that's really possible. All you gotta do is review the footage later and then say what you need to know and continuity. It's really easy if you're wrong. I'm trying to find the OG tweet. What were we fucking talking about with this guy again?
I don't know. I don't remember.
God damn it.
Leave the world behind. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's all I got. Sorry.
Oh, yes, I remember. But I'm trying to find the video to send to you.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like these tweets are repeating. Oh, here it is.
Political ideology.
Okay.
What does a fascist mean? It means you are a far right authorization on ultra analyst political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy,
I can't
militarism,
see
forcible suppression of opposition.
I can't see it.
I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God. I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Benito Mussolini and Giviante Gentile. And Jason Stanley. Who the fuck are these people? Never heard of my fucking life. What is an example of a fascist? Yo! Alright, bro. See what I'm saying, chat? Like, this is why.
And then he found the word Nazi, and that's, you know. Anyway, he gifted Donald Trump a Cybertruck for since he almost, you know, because someone tried to assassinate him. And the tweet was, ironically, that's the second assassination attempt.
Yeah.
Anyway, leave the world behind. 6 out of 10. Final movie on the list: Quantumania.
What a movie to end on.
Woo! Quantumania. Quantumania. Fuck this movie. 2 out of 10. Almost single-handedly killed the MCU for me.
Yeah, it's not good. It's weird and not good. So what is it?
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think that's everything. We did it.
Yay! We did it. We recapped the
Woohoo!
whole past year. Woohoo!
Yippee!
GG's.
Now I gotta go play Animal Crossing on my Nintendo Switch.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you guys for listening. If you listened all the way through, if you watched all the way through, you're
gonna get people to go to Spotify. Cut out with this watch shit.
You're amazing and I love you. If you didn't watch all the way through, how'd you get here? Did you skip? You're amazing and I love you.
That's a weird place to skip to. If you like skipped to that being said, you got superpowers. You should play
Yes.
the lottery. I'm gonna give you some numbers.
Let's go.
36,
Mm.
17, 489. You can do the rest. Since you're the lottery. You're the one who skipped to this part of the episode. No one else put those
Right.
numbers. That's not gonna work for you.
Yeah, it's really not gonna work for
Um,
you.
but
Um,
use those, extrapolate from there with your genius, big brain, galaxy brain attitude type shit, and win the lottery. Send a little bit our way.
if you
Um,
wouldn't mind.
I'm gonna burn my portion. I burn money. That's my thing. I'm into that.
Okay. I'm not gonna do that. Um, don't send it to him. Send it to me.
No, send it to me. I gave the numbers. How are you? Why are you getting money? What did you do?
Because I was here for it.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
around. I want to be included.
The guy and the guy behind the other guy at the gas station. Hey, I was here. I should get some of the money. Whoa, what a momentous occasion we all just had, guys. Whoa, what did he think? Yeah, we're all here. We should remember this together forever, shouldn't we? Because we were all here. I was in line behind that guy. Yeah, I was here the whole time.
Wait. Exactly. Thanks for watching. Listening. Sorry, audio listeners. I do not mean to exclude you. I'm gonna go sleep now.
I'm not,
Good
but
night. Good day.
I'll talk to you guys later, or
Yeah.
you'll hear my voice later. Listen to another thing if you'd like.
Yeah.
You could do that. Might be fun.
Yeah.
We have other episodes.
We do. And plenty on Spectre of Anti-Blackness once you finish with ours. With these ones.
I don't know if that's how I would do it, but no, you guys figure
Whichever
out
way.
you guys
Yeah.
figure out the order. I would specifically go listen to the Magic Niggas one,
Right. Yes.
and then I go watch that movie,
And
and
then go from
then
there.
yeah, just peruse at your leisure from there.
Yes. Indeed. All right. Bye, y'all.